Hey family, what's good? This is your girl and the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Before I get into this particular video, I want to remind you guys about my new book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's on Create Space, Amazon, and also now available on Kindle format. If you love my love and relationship advice videos, you are going to love the book. So if you want to know how to build your confidence, how to determine your self-worth, the difference between flaws and deal breakers, how to know if he's into you, how to flirt, how to use your body language, there's so much information available in this book. So I will definitely be sure to link it below. And if you want to have a good time and come on out to one of my events in person, I'm having a luncheon. It's called Dating with a Purpose. It's going to be held on Saturday, August the 1st at the B Loft here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm bringing along the author of the book, God Where's My Boaz. Stefan Labossiere will also be there. So I wanted to kind of give you a his and her take on dating, love, relationship advice, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be picture taking on the red carpet, or pink carpet I should say. There's also going to be amazing gourmet food, there's giveaways, and so much more. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are available on my website, www.bronzegoddess01.com. Now without any further ado, let's go get them. I met my husband and we hit it off. We fell in love so quickly it shocked us both. We knew that we wanted to be together because we started planning our future right away. We got married 3 months after meeting, and also we are expecting our first child together. When we met, I asked him if he had any children, and he stated that he had a daughter that was very young. She was almost 2. I accepted his child, and I love her as if she's my very own. Weeks after getting married, I was thrilled that my husband and I were expecting our first child together. Everything seemed to be falling into place. I had a great relationship with my mother and my sister-in-law, and my family seemed to love him as well. 3 months into the pregnancy, my husband informed me that he needed to speak to me about his past. Right before we met, he had ended his relationship with a young woman who was expecting his child, and during a breakup with that woman, he got another woman pregnant as well. Yes, you read that correctly. One young lady was 9 months pregnant, the other one was 7 months pregnant, and I was now 3 months pregnant. I cried until I couldn't cry anymore. I screamed and I said I wanted out. He begged me to stay, and because I loved him, I didn't want to lose him. As the months went past, I tried. I prayed and I asked God to remove the anger from my heart. I still have a relationship with his daughter, but I can't bring myself to have a relationship with these other 2 children. He has not seen the children personally, only via pictures and social media pictures. One child is now 6 months old and the other is 4 months old. Our son can be born any day now, and I still have a hard time with this matter. Thankfully, even though I have been going through such stress with my son, he's doing quite well. My world has been flipped upside down. During the middle of all of this madness, his mama's boy instinct began to surface as well. His mother meddles in our business, and she completely oversteps her title as mother versus wife. Any matters inside our home, he calls her about it and they talk about it. She recently began posting pictures of the other children on social media to further embarrass me. The mothers send him pictures and he sends those pictures to his mother. So basically, I'm going to have to summarize it from here. So the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law are no longer speaking to the wife, the writer of the letter, because she has failed to accept these 2 children. They're posting pictures, and the wife, the writer of the letter, is embarrassed because she now has to explain to people like, oh, your husband has more kids. Like, she was completely blindsided by all of this. She said, is she wrong to be considering divorce? Now, this particular letter really infuriated me, only because of the fact that your husband has lied to you, and I definitely feel like he tricked you into marrying him. It is not my place to tell you to leave your husband, so I will not do that. You guys know if you watch my videos, I never advise somebody to leave their husband. I feel like you can pray about a situation and all of that, and that's really between you and your husband and you and God. That's not really my place. But I definitely feel like you have every right in the world to be upset. Your husband took away your power of choice in a way. He didn't allow you to accept all of this before marrying him. If he had told you all of this before, and you considered all of it, and you accepted all of it, and you married him, that's one thing. But he told you about 1 child, knowing good and well he had 3 children. And I feel like, there's a saying that says, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. That's what he thought. He was counting on that. He was counting on the fact that it was already done, so why not just tell you after the fact? I cannot stand it when somebody does something wrong and then they rush me or they rush an individual to forgive them. If he truly wants forgiveness, he should understand that you should be able to take as much time as you need. I always talk about it, trusting somebody is like a wall. And you build up that trust brick by brick from being consistent and being honest and being where you say you're going to be and doing what you say you're going to do. And it takes a while to build that trust up. And if you knock all of that down, it doesn't instantly go back up just because they apologize. A person isn't truly repentant and truly sorry and wanting to make amends and atone for what they did if they're not willing to give you time to get over it. This is a huge blow. You said you accepted the other child, but to just throw this on you and his family, like, the main thing about it is I have to tell you about yourself. You can't expect to marry someone and then be pregnant with that person's baby and then decide that you want to get to know them. You know that you rushed into this marriage. And then 3 months of knowing somebody is not enough time. Of course he had skeletons. He didn't even have enough time to tell you everything. And even in those 3 months that you guys courted or dated before you got married, like, how much did you really get to know him? He did lie to you about that, but my only question is, I wonder how many other things did he lie to you about? So you married a liar. Somebody not willing to just lie to you about small things, but lie to you about major, life-changing, life-altering things. Now you're getting to know him. Now you're like his mama's boy. Instinct started to kick in. If you had dated him a little bit longer, you would have seen some of those things. I definitely think you should pray and ask God what you should do about the situation, if you should leave your husband. But I am so appalled by the nerve and the sheer audacity of them. So they're not speaking to you because you're not eagerly accepting these 2 children. 2 children you had no idea about. 2 children that he lied to you about. If they could just step out of the fact that they're his mom, she's his mom and she's his sister, they wouldn't accept this. Like, this is a lot for somebody to take. You know what I mean? Even if you're like planning your finances and you're thinking in your mind, okay, child support for 1 child, but now this affects your finances and your future. You thought your child would have 1 sibling. Now your child has 3 siblings. And now they're expecting you to be one big happy family, and everybody is like, come on, like, he said he was sorry. Like, they have so much nerve. That's what infuriates me about your letter. I definitely feel like your husband tricked you, he betrayed you, and the more you're getting to know him, the more you're realizing that he's not the man you thought he was. He is a complete stranger. He is a mama's boy and a liar. And there's so much more to him. There's so many levels to him, and then you've already decided to procreate with him. But it's not over for you. Just because the situation has happened to you doesn't mean that you can continue to be a victim all of your life. You can take responsibility and take control of your own life. Are you justified in being upset and wanting to divorce your husband? Absolutely. Because if he can lie to you about something so major, you can't even trust him. The trust is broken. And for some people, once that trust is broken, it's broken forever. You may never trust him again. But you have to decide for yourself. I can't make this decision for you. But I am going to tell you that you are justified and your feelings are valid. And the family that you married into, they stick together, but they don't stick with you. The mother-in-law was tacky and out of line to post those pictures knowing what that meant to you, at least without your permission. It's like they're shoving it down your throat. Everybody is like, hurry up and forgive him, hurry up and get over it. Your husband is not even man enough to stand up to his own mother. He wasn't man enough to tell you that he had 2 children. He's just not man enough. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that's the God's honest truth. He's not man enough. And you're expecting him to be a man. I posted this meme the other day that said, don't ask a shirtless man for the shirt off his back. He can't give you what he doesn't have. You're expecting an honest, strong provider, and he's not that. He's too passive in his own life. He tricked you. And I'm so sorry that that happened to you. And I say in the future, if you do decide to leave your husband and you do decide to date again, take your sweet time to get to know somebody. Don't get caught up in a whirlwind romance that you're not even really taking it. Like, even in those 3 months, that's why I don't believe in the whole 90-day rule, because that's not enough time. How much quality time is that in 90 days? How much quality time? You got married 3 months after you met him. Did you see him angry? Did you see him interact with his family? Did you ask the proper questions? Like, you have to really get to know somebody. If anybody can pretend to be Prince Charming for 90 days. Sometimes that's why it's important to wait. Not only all of this, but your husband also was promiscuous in his past. Like, if I were you, I would even get tested to make sure I don't have some kind of disease, because with all of this going on, I mean, he slept with her and got her pregnant. He slept with the other one and got her pregnant. He slept with you and now you're pregnant. That's a lot of unprotected sex. Like, this is a promiscuous, lying mama's boy. That's what he is. That's what you married. Do you want to stay married to a man like this? I can't make that decision for you. You already know. You knew what details to put in this letter. You already know what you want to do. You already know what you should do. But you're wanting me to give you permission, and I cannot do that. That is not my place. But what I will say is pray about it and ask God to reveal to you what you should do if you don't already know. But I want you to look at him without your rose-colored glasses and see him for exactly what he is. And it's not just him. Look at the family that you married into. This is why it's important to pray when you meet somebody and ask God for the spirit of discernment. When you are a single woman, praying and the spirit of discernment are your two most valuable weapons. Don't let somebody rush you. Don't let somebody pressure you into permanent decisions, into making life-altering decisions. If he loves you, he'll be patient. Read that scripture. Love is patient. Love is kind. His love was not patient. He wanted to hurry up and marry you so you wouldn't find out all of these secrets, so you wouldn't see all these skeletons falling out of his closet. That's why he rushed to marry you. He had to. He had to snatch you up before somebody else told you, before one of these babies' mamas contacted him, before the child support kicked in. He had ulterior motives. His motives were not pure from the very beginning. It is hard to rebuild trust that has been broken this badly. This is not a crack in the trust. He smashed that bad boy to smithereens. How can two walk together unless they agree? You can't walk with this man. You don't even agree about honesty. You don't agree about the way he should be as a man. You don't agree about parenting. Like, he hasn't even seen his own children. You said one child is 6 months old and the other one is 3 months old. Look, he hasn't even seen his own children. He is a boy in a man's body. Just because somebody is older doesn't mean they are mature. He is a boy in a man's body. He's a mama's boy, promiscuous, liar. I'm sad that you're just now finding this out and you're so invested. You have a child invested. But God can turn anything around. God likes to turn messes into messages. This test could be your testimony. It is not over for you. Your life is not over. You're not stuck in this situation. Would your own father allow this to happen to you? Imagine how much greater God's love is for you. He loves you so much, he knows exactly how many hairs you have on your head. So you mean to tell me God, the Father, the Creator, the person who took his time to make you out of millions of sperm, he chose you, and he did all of this for you to be with somebody like this? I suspect that you never asked God about this guy. And now that you're in a mess, now you're like, God, what happened? And he's like, I haven't heard from you in a minute. And I'm not saying that to judge you. I'm saying that for all the ladies out there who are in a similar situation, don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you're pregnant. Don't wait until you're married. Don't wait until it's been 6 months. Don't wait until it's been 5 years and you've been living together. Don't wait. Do not wait. You don't have time to wait. As I said before, time is the most precious commodity that you have. You don't have time to wait and figure things out. You need to ask God immediately. Father, I just met this guy at Starbucks. His name is John. He seems cute. He's nice. He's asked me out and all of this. God, let me know everything I need to know about him. Show me early. Give me obvious signs so I won't miss it. God, I don't want my heart broken. You told me to guard my heart because out of it flows rivers of living water. I want to guard my heart, God. Show me what I need to know. Do not let me get over-invested in somebody who is under-invested in me. Don't let me waste my time, my body, my energy, my self-esteem. Don't let me waste it. Don't let me throw my pearls before swine. My heart breaks for you, but you are not trapped. See, the beauty of God being so different from everybody else would turn their back on you. But God would never do that. You go to him and you ask for forgiveness. God, forgive me for not talking to you early. Forgive me for doing all of this without even consulting you. But I'm here now, Father. I'm here now. And I need you to help me through this. I need you to give me the strength that I need. I need you to give me the answers that I'm searching for. I should have talked to you, Father. Forgive me. But I'm here now. And I need you now more than ever. The beauty of God is that he will never leave you nor forsake you. Other people may turn their back on you, but God, he is my one true constant. And he needs to be yours. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to check out my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's on CreateSpace, Amazon, and also in Kindle format. Get your tickets to my lunch. It's called Dating with a Purpose. Tickets available at www.bronzegoddess01.com. Writer of the letter, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your strength. I'm praying for your baby. I'm praying for your health. I'm praying for your spiritual health. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes.